Mack. Bernard, how are you? Mack, we haven't, I suppose, spoken to you all since Friday on reflection. A few days on, your reflections on what went wrong to deliver that kind of flat performance on Friday.
Yeah, I got just asked before on there were a couple of hard chats and stuff throughout the week, and saying there weren't really hard chats, it was more just honest chats on, and we've kind of come to the conclusion we know that wasn't good enough. We also know that that's not us. So this week we're looking to right a lot of wrongs, and there's no better place to do it than back at the Aviva in front of home ground. So really excited for this week more than anything.
We got it in here a few minutes ago, and he kind of agreed with what you said there. He said there was an awful lot of voices in those chats, an awful lot more than usual. I know you don't want to tell us too much, but what were the kind of things that were kind of spoken about in general over the last couple of days?
We kind of just more tested each other on our mental resilience, I guess. There's a lot of times where we've been really good at that and the best in the world at it, really. Kind of getting back to zero and then playing on regardless of what's been happening in the games. We felt that maybe we let just a few key moments slip on the weekend, so going to look to kind of nullify that and it's a new week, so it's exciting.
Is there a bit of hurt around here this week? Is there a bit of anger maybe?
No, I don't think so. Look, there's a bit of hurt. Obviously, losing at home is always it's always dreadful. It's something you never want to do, especially with the fans that we got. It's always such a great atmosphere out the Aviva, and it was very disappointing the performance we put out. But no anger. As I said, more excitement that we get another chance to go out and, as I said, kind of show what we're about.
How bad of a performance do you think that was? Obviously, you had so many highs over the past couple of years. Was that one of the low points?
Yeah, a bit. I think so. I think what was probably the worst about it is how excited and how ready we felt for it. And there's just a few key moments that we kind of let slip. And, we were really ready for that game. It felt like it anyway. So for it to go the way it did was, and turn into the game it was, it wasn't really an exciting spectacle that I think everyone's kind of used to. So that's more the thing we'd be upset about most is, the rugby we play is such a good brand. It's exciting and people love it and people want to see it. That was the most disappointing. Probably was just wasn't us really. As I said, it just wasn't how we've been playing for the last 4 or 5 years really.
Thanks, mate.
Matt, was that hard to understand why that happened? Why you were having those errors, things that you don't really associate with Irish rugby? Was it hard to understand as a group why that was suddenly happening?
No, I think it was just, well, on reflection, maybe at the time, as that was something that we probably didn't do great. The last time I can think of that, I think it was Six Nations against France. We were a little bit overwhelmed by the atmosphere and we didn't expect it to kind of, the spectacle it sort of is the first time we played at Stade de France. Yeah. So that's sort of the last time, in between then. Obviously I've been out for the year, but all the other games we've been really good at that sort of thing. So it felt like this was the first time since I've been with the group that it sort of happened again. But the good thing is we got so many great rugby minds, but we got a lot of people that just kind of get it outside of footy as well, that they can kind of piece everything together on why it happened, or we're not afraid to ask each other hard questions on what we think in this situation. So we actually got to the bottom of it pretty quick. So hard at the time, but yeah, on reflection, it's an easy fix.
And some of the talk around the game, obviously thinking back to the World Cup and the quarter-final loss, and I suppose the narrative around the team now, do you feed into any of that, or what the outside noise is like?
No, I've seen some things and people saying that the rivalry's dead now. It's, people forget very quickly we beat them twice in a row and the rivalry wasn't dead then, was it? So they've got the last two, but we've got a good win rate over them. So people are always very eager to try and jump on you when you're down, but it was the exact same with the lads in South Africa. Nobody gave them a hope after that first test. What happens? They come back and win it. So that's the best thing about this group is the outside noise. That's all it is. It's outside noise. No one actually knows what goes on in here and how hard we work and how resilient of a group we are. So people can chat away. The people that know us know that it was just, unfortunately, it was one of those weeks, but we're ready to bounce back.
And despite the results, what was the occasion like for you and having family there as well?
It was great. It was was very nervous. I said it was sort of felt like it was my first cap again, just kind of being away for so long and coming back in. I remember it was probably just as nervous as that day, but as soon as it all went off, that's another thing about playing with this group is so many guys get around you and make my job a whole lot easier as well. I just got so many world-class players that it was pretty seamless to kind of just jump back in and get on with things, so I didn't really have to think about it too much.
Yeah, hi Matt. Just wondering about the competition in the squad. Obviously, whenever defeats like that happen, then other guys feel like maybe they'll be able to put their hand up. And I'm thinking of Jacob Stockdale. How has he been in training? I've heard a lot of good reports about how well he's been doing in there.
He's been great. He's in good form and he's been training really well too. And to be honest with you, so is everybody else. So it's a plus having that much because it puts us under pressure, but good pressure of the guys that are getting starting gigs. Puts you under the pressure of knowing that if you have a bad game, it could be your week that you're out the next week. So another competition is really really high in all positions, and I wouldn't say it's a negative at all. It's something that why we've been good for so long, and it's going to continue to drive.
What about Argentina? They seem to be ever improving.
Yeah, they're an exciting team. They throw the ball around a lot. 1 to 15, they can all play ball play. So it's a little bit of a different feel to last week. Not saying New Zealand don't do that by any means, but yeah, almost Argentina are a bit like that. Bit like Fiji in a way that they kind of they don't mind just throwing the ball around and trying to create stuff out of nothing, which they're really good at. Also saying that Felipe has been really good at kind of with their strike plays and everything like that. They've been really dangerous all over the park. So excited for the opportunity to try beat them, I guess.
And just finally for me, I know you're focused on this week, but it's nice to look ahead to the Australia game as well. It's always a special one for you.
Yeah, I'm just taking it week by week. Said we got so much competition that can't be thinking a couple of weeks in advance. I just got to keep focusing on the weeks ahead and make sure that I'm playing good enough footy to be actually playing in that week. So I never know. So yeah, that's all I'm focused on, just week to week and who I got in front of me come the weekend.
Mack, just on the new kick chase rule, how did you feel that went? Was it make much of a difference to adjust to it?
Yeah, I haven't really watched it, so I don't know what you guys think. I'd say it's probably more exciting. The contests are a lot more fierce and gone are the days of, I guess, expecting when they're putting up a box kick or a kick off 10 or a bomb off 10, kind of expecting to get the ball back, which is, I don't know. I think it's got to be refreshing. It's got to keep the game flowing. And as I said, those in-air contests have got to be really exciting to watch. I don't know really because it's only sort of just happened, but definitely makes my job a little bit harder, which is a bit of a pain. But saying that, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good way to move forward and make the game more exciting.
Just at the weekend, a couple of 20-minute red cards, something you are in favour of?
Same again. It's so new. I think it's tough because I don't really like it, to be honest. I think if you do something bad enough, you should be off for the whole game. But saying that, the one on the weekend against Scotland, I don't think was a red card. So it's a bit of catch-22 that they actually get some players back. So yeah, it's hard to know at the moment because it's so fresh. But I think by the end of the autumn, everyone will have a better idea on if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing.
When you say quick fixes, like the things that went wrong, I mean the lineup has been, it's not a quick. I mean something that has been ongoing. So it was a quick fix when we spoke about maybe a year ago or whatever. Is that frustrating that it's the same things that maybe prevents the attack, playing to its potential if there's such issues at the front of the line and they're not getting the ball at all?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I wouldn't have panic stations on that either. I think our set piece is a weapon of ours as well, like our scrum and maybe didn't go our way on the weekend, but our line and everything, like forwards work really hard at being able to get us as good a ball, and I think they're some of the best in the world at doing it for us. So they'll focus on things they can do to fix that, and I know I have no faith. I have plenty of faith that it's going to be fixed for sure come this weekend.
Back in the process of the review, like, I mean, you guys, I'm sure, again, you don't go through every kind of error, do you, a mistake? I mean, is it almost just refixing the mentality because, you know, those errors aren't normally part of your game, and you're just like, right, okay, let's just switch, move on. What was the kind of general review process like?
Yeah, I think the hard bit was it was a lot of like unforced errors really for us. It wasn't like we were getting our roles wrong or anything like that. It was just silly penalties that, like, we're a team that's really good at keeping our penalties down. Like, that's a big strong point of our game. Not giving away these stupid penalties, not giving teams access. We're great with ball in hand. It was just one of those weeks where everything just didn't seem to go our way. I remember like myself getting a tap back and a tap back straight in their hands, and they're making a break and running away. Little things like that. You have days like that, unfortunately. And looking back at it, it's not an excuse at all. We're not saying, look, it's one of those days, let's not review it. Like, we reviewed it hard, reviewed it as a tough loss, which it was. But coming out of the review, as I said, we know that, like, that's just not us. That's not our mentality, and we've got to kind of reel that back in and can't stay too focused on it now. Now we've got to move on and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Andy mentioned mentality as well on Friday night. So how do you work on that? What is that kind of fix or reset? Where does that come from?
It's just making sure you don't go into your shell now. Just because one week didn't go your way, we got to just keep playing. Like, that's, as I said, we're such a good team. We play an exciting brand of rugby. We've got to make sure you just keep doing that. If you go into your shell, it's going to fall into this Argentinian team's hands. So that's the whole mentality, is just knowing what we do works and just continue to do it.